Jadeveon Clowney could be on the verge of becoming a real target for the Baltimore Ravens this offseason. And if this move actually happens, Baltimore's fans could gain exactly the kind of reinforcement that changes the level of pressure on every quarterback in the league. What's even more interesting is that there's a very specific reason why analysts around the NFL are starting to point to Clowney as an almost perfect fit for Baltimore right now. And when you take a closer look at the type of player he still is on the field today, this potential move starts to make a lot more sense. There's a clear reason why the name Jadeveon Clowney has started appearing in offseason projections involving the Baltimore Ravens. When you look at his player profile, the connection with Baltimore begins to make a lot of sense. Even at 33 years old, Clowney is still the type of defender who is strong, explosive, and extremely difficult to block. A player capable of disrupting offenses by pressuring the quarterbacks and also shutting down running lanes. That type of profile fits perfectly with the identity Baltimore has built over the years in the NFL. The Ravens have always valued physical defenders along the line of scrimmage. Players who bring intensity and make their presence felt right at the point of contact. A veteran with Clowney's experience could step into that defensive rotation and contribute quickly, helping maintain the level of pressure this defense has always tried to impose. And when a player with this type of style becomes available on the market, especially for a team with playoff ambitions, the possibility network starts gaining momentum. But what makes the situation even more interesting isn't just how well he fits Baltimore's defense. It's the level of production Clowney has still been delivering recently. Something that is completely changed how teams are looking at him right now. And this is where the story becomes even more interesting. Last season with the Dallas Cowboys, Jadeveon Clowney recorded 8.5 sacks for a 33-year-old defender playing within a pass rush rotation. That's already considered a very solid number. But what really stands out in this situation isn't just the production, it's the price. Clowney cost the Cowboys just $3.45 million last season for a player who can still generate that level of defensive pressure. That contract is considered a real bargain in the NFL market. It's exactly the kind of signing many teams are looking for. Experience, real on-field impact, and a relatively low cost. There's also another interesting detail that explains why his name keeps showing up in off-season conversations. Over the last 5 years, Clowney has recorded more sacks than he did in the first 7 years of his career. That shows that even as a veteran, he has found ways to remain productive. And that detail is exactly why many analysts are starting to look at Baltimore as a potential destination for him now. In several off-season analyses, some league experts have started to point out that Jadeveon Clowney could end up being a very smart move for the Baltimore Ravens. One of those projections came from journalist Greg Allman from Fox Sports, who highlighted the defender as a possible destination in Baltimore, describing the move as a true smart value. The logic behind that idea is pretty simple. Teams that want to compete at a high level in the NFL need defensive depth, especially at a pass rusher position. Having a veteran who has played for multiple teams, understands different defensive systems, and can steal pressure for the backs can become an extremely valued asset over the course of a long season. If that projection actually becomes reality, the Ravens wouldn't just be adding another name to the roster. They would be bringing in an experienced player who is used to physical games and capable of contributing immediately in important moments. And for a defense that has built its reputation on aggression and discipline, adding a veteran with that profile could make a unit that already prides itself on dominating the fight of scrimmage even stronger. The possible arrival of Jadeveon Clowney could represent much more than just another off-season move the Baltimore Ravens. Even with how the experience he has accumulated in the NFL, he remains a physical defender capable of pressuring quarterbacks and helping strengthen the team's defensive line. And if Baltimore ultimately decides to make this move, they may be adding exactly the kind of veteran presence that can change the entire behavior of defensive throughout a season. Now, I want to hear your opinion. Do you think Jadeveon Clowney would be a good addition for the Baltimore Ravens this offseason? Or do you believe Baltimore should target another pass rushing in the NFL market? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because I'd really like to hear what you think about this possible move. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.